Thank you for being here today. I am so thankful the rain has held off. And the north side said amen. Please be wary, young man. That is not safe for you to do, playing in the water like that. Don't want anyone getting hurt. The sides are a bit muddy. Please be aware of the fact that folks will be walking across the bridge, biking across the bridge, so let's be mindful of that as well. And today is going to be the official ribbon cutting of this beautiful Davis Avenue Bridge. Today, we're not celebrating just a bridge rebuilt, but a reconnection of the Brighton to the Brighton Heights neighborhood to Riverview Park. Now, those of you who are enthusiasts, bicyclists, and walkers no longer have an excuse to say you have to walk 35 miles to get into the park. You have the park connection, so we want to hear you're walking again and biking again in Riverview Park. It is now my honor to introduce Senator Wayne D. Fontana, a strong advocate for infrastructure and community investment. Senator?
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Olga. It's really great to be here. This crowd, obviously there was a need, right? And absolutely everyone's happy about it, so we're happy about it. And we're happy to be here to celebrate the reconnecting of the Brighton Heights and Riverview Park by the way of this new Davis Bridge. It looks great. It looks like it can hold all of us if we go at the same time, right? It should be able to hold us. This project, as we all know, was a long time coming, and certainly want to commend all the residents, all of you, and stakeholders for your perseverance and patience over the years. I was very proud to secure some funding way back in 2019, I think is when it first started, to help get it moving forward, and then obviously helped to advocate along with my state rep, Emily Kincaid, to secure funds through the state's multimodal fund on 2 occasions to contribute to the final project. And we can't forget, though, what happened in the past too, and we wouldn't be here if the Biden administration's relentless pursuit of bipartisan infrastructure package a few years ago that put shovels in the ground all across the country to rebuild our infrastructure. And we know Pittsburgh is known as the city of bridges, and thanks to the investments of the infrastructure, we've repaired the Liberty Bridge, which has 55,000 vehicles a day. The county did a terrific job on sister bridges that connect downtown to the north side. The McKees Rock Bridge that connects McKees Rocks and Stowe to Brighton Heights is undergoing massive renovation, but it wasn't those projects that I got the most questions and comments about from my constituents. It was certainly this bridge and this project. I got more questions and comments and the dire need to get the Davis Avenue Bridge complete than any other of those projects that I mentioned. No question. Which obviously shows how important this is to the community. And we all recognize that. The bridges may not have moved tens of thousands of people each day, but it was just as significant as the others. It's a connection that enables the entire community to access a park, to take a walk, ride a bike, enjoy a picnic, go for a run, use the dog park. It's something that residents in Brighton Heights didn't have for far too long, and I'm really excited that it's back. So I want to thank the city, the 2 mayoral administrations, Beduto and certainly Mayor Gainey's administration, for spearheading this project and working with the community to listen to and to incorporate their wants and needs in it. And thanks to the residents for staying engaged and keeping the faith that this project would be completed, and it's an important connection that was restored. And I'm committed as we go forward to helping fight for these communities I represent. So congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Senator Fontana. Speaking of assistance from the state, and making sure we have proper engagement. It's Representative Emily Kincaid, who is definitely one of our greatest supporters regarding getting this bridge back up. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all, and thank you guys for being here. This is such an incredible crowd of people. You know, when I was first running for office, I was knocking doors in Brighton Heights and in Observatory Hill, and this is what I would hear about, is the Davis Avenue Bridge. When are we rebuilding the Davis Avenue Bridge? And as somebody who lives in Brighton Heights, this has been such a game changer just in the short amount of time that this has been open. The ability to come over and walk my dog and take a hike and go bike riding with friends is such a testament to how much this bridge is really building bridges in our community to bring people back together. There are so many people who have been walking across this bridge just today that had no idea we were doing a ribbon cutting for it and just wanted to access the outdoors, access the park on, you know, the one not rainy day that we have found recently. And so I want to thank I want to thank so much Mayor Gainey for really making sure that we saw this through. There have been a lot of times as we've been trying to get this bridge rebuilt that you know, it was in question in terms of funding. Could we get more funding to close the gap? And Senator Fontana and I were you know, really excited to be able to secure stuff from the state and the federal government, but with Mayor Gainey's leadership, this happened. And so we actually get this community connector, and all of you, I think, are the perfect demonstration of why this matters. This may not take people to work, this may not take people to the grocery store, but this is an essential piece of infrastructure to make sure that our communities are thriving. And so I'm excited to have been a part of it, and I'm excited to use it to walk my dog every day so that she can, you know, run off some of her energy. But, you know, thank you guys so much. And this is such a testament to community power to make sure that this got done, because if you guys didn't advocate, if we didn't hear it at the doors, this would never have happened. So thank you all, and I will turn it back over.
Thank you, Representative Kincaid. And as she stated, it may not take cars over, but it takes people and that community, and that's important. The person, the project manager, who did a lot of this work with a team is Zach Workman, the acting chief engineer, and as I said, the project manager of DOMI. Zach?
Well, I'm really proud to be here today to be a part of this esteemed group introducing this final, the brand new Davis Avenue Bridge. I'm of the opinion that this project is a big deal. And I think based on the turnout, I'm not alone in that opinion. I recognize I'm biased. As the acting chief engineer for the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure, I think it's really incredible to have seen a community-driven idea and have seen it through design and construction to this impressive structure behind me. When DOMI started the project in 2020, we were, I think it's fair to say, a young and scrappy department. We had to learn how to navigate the Byzantine world that is city government. And that's not a dig on the city of Pittsburgh. You know, the city was literally climbing out of Act 47 and was finally able to lay the groundwork to build on what would through the 21st century. Now in 2025, DOMI is set to deliver 50 infrastructure projects all across the city. I see the Davis Avenue Bridge as a testament to how much the department has grown and how much we're able to accomplish. Also, this project was an enormous amount of work. Design and engineering for every component adds up literally thousands of hours of effort. Every bureau within DOMI contributed to this project being a success. Every department in the city cooperated to make this project a reality. And I need to stress, unfortunately, that, we're here today to cut the ribbon, but the work doesn't end when the construction is complete. Since this project started 5 years ago, we've seen with brutal clarity how important it is to invest in the maintenance of our infrastructure, to ensure the connections built by Pittsburghers a century ago over our many hills and rivers are safe today and will be safe tomorrow. We're doing as much toward this goal by increased inspections, analysis, washing our bridges, maintaining, repairing concrete, repairing steel, even in this case, building a brand new structure utilizing the original bridge's abutments. We have a commitment to the Pittsburgh community to ensure our infrastructure is strong, and we need your support to ensure we can deliver on that commitment. So with that, I want to thank a few more project partners who made this project a reality. Friends of Riverview Park, the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy, Brighton Heights Citizens Federation. They infused the project with energy and made it a reality. Councilman Bobby Wilson, Representative Kincaid, and Senator Fontana. Again, as you already identified, these projects aren't possible without their support at the local and state level. Mayor Gainey, I don't think you've gotten the credit you deserve for modernizing the city's resources and for being the champion you were. For being the champion you were for DOMI so we can deliver projects like this. Really appreciate that. To Lori Heppner, who I think is out of town, but is part of a community art project that is still yet to be installed. She rolled with the punches, that is city contracting, and there's still more to come, but we'll have some showcase art to turn this into a gateway between Brighton Heights and Riverview Park. And then to the engineering and construction community, Ryan Whittington for leading HNTB and the rest of the engineering team through the design of the project. As I mentioned, it's thousands of hours of effort to get here. Michael Baker International and Cosmos Technology for your support and oversight during construction. We're always in good hands. And Gregory Construction, they were new to working with the city and they rolled with the punches, and I hope to see them bid on future projects. They were great to work with. Also, I have a kind of rare opportunity. My parents happen to be here today from across the country. That was not planned, it was not intentional, but I'm going to thank them for inspiring me to work in the city level and build projects like this. And I think everyone here owes my wife a thank you for the many long days and nights working on projects like this one and the dozens of other bridge projects we're advancing across the city. So with that, I'll say thank you again.
Right on.
Zach, what's your wife's name?
Maggie.
Maggie, we thank you. Now, without this project, as you've heard, it took the community and the residents in it to spearhead a lot of the stuff that was going into it. First, Christopher Mataggart, the community member and advocate, will speak in regarding to the community. No shade, sir.
Was that?
No shade,
Also, don't touch the podium.
Don't touch the podium.
I'm a fast learner. Hello, all. I am a Brighton Heights resident over there. I also run a bike club here in the city. A lot of us are over there. Hey there. I have seen a lot of infrastructure projects here in the city over the last 15 years I've lived in the north side. But I gotta say, over the last few years, the DOMI has really stepped it up as far as the significance of the projects that they're doing and how they actually impact the community that they take place in. This project here, for example, you know, this improves the safety, the convenience, everything between Brighton Heights and Riverview Park. And basically it takes Riverview Park, which is an absolute gem in the city, and puts it right into our backyards. I have honestly gone over this bridge a dozen times in the last week. I can't speak highly enough about it. I'm pretty sure my friends are sick of me talking about it. But Domi and the Gainey administration have done such a fantastic job of finding these projects that actually, you know, improve the lives of the community and have a meaningful impact. You know, it's not just about checking boxes. It's about helping the community. It is about making transportation safer in the city, and I can't thank you all enough for it. Between Mayor Gainey, Councilman Wilson, and Lee Kincaid, all of you, I can't thank you enough for getting this project together. And I just want to say that when I was here at the groundbreaking a year ago, a bunch of people were saying stuff like, this is never going to get done. And I just want to say that we're here and this bridge is open. So thank you all for that. Mayor Gainey, I don't know what your plans are for after you get out of office, but first I hope you take a well-deserved break, but I hope you don't stay out of public service for too long. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Next, to continue the community impact from Brighton Heights Community Group, Joe Glassbrenner.
Wow, like it's been said before, we got to always keep rallying the residents to make sure that they knew that this was a reality. And I stand here today on behalf of the residents and our community group, which is the Brighton Heights Citizens Federation. I'm honored to be here to represent them, advocate for them, the residents that are here, because these are the ones that won. And that's what everyone did this for. It's for the residents that are here that are going to be able to use this, that are going to be able to adopt healthier habits to create a more healthier life for mind and body to access this space. So I don't want to be too long today, but I just want to let everybody know that our job here was advocating our residents, and a lot of the state partners here brought it up that our comments were extreme. Our comments were active. Their phones were busy, and that's what we do as a community group. We're able to rally our troops and bring the residents to advocacy through information, communication, development activities meetings, where we bring this information to them when it comes from the city as a direct source, as a conduit for what's to come, to bring them their valid input on this project. So I'm just glad that we were able to do this, and I thank my board members that are here today. If you could put your hands up, at least wave. Yeah, they put a lot of work in. It's been a long time coming, and I have a lot of respect for Mayor Ed Gainey, who, whenever he took this administration, I could see it in my board members' eyes and my residents' eyes, the look of concern that this project might not come to a reality. And like I said, I got a lot of respect for a promise that was not made by him, but it was kept by him. So thank you, Mayor Ed Gainey.
Now to speak on the Riverview, Friends of Riverview Park, Mark Madison.
I won't touch anything, so
You take the shades off?
sure.
Thank you.
I want to say that this project is a long time in coming. When we started Friends of Riverview Park, this is one of 3 priority projects that we listed, and this is all about connecting Riverview Park to the surrounding neighborhoods. So we now have a connection from the largest neighborhood on the north side, Brighton Heights, to Riverview Park. It's been great. I've been on the bridge many times since it unofficially opened, and I routinely see 20 or 30 folks coming or going into Brighton Heights. So I'm really thrilled that others are finding value in this. But this was also a kind of a long project. This original bridge was torn down in 2006. For those of you who live in the north side or are in the city, have run into Ray Meyer. Every time he was late for a meeting on the other side of the park, he would facetiously say, "I'm late because if there was a bridge here, I would have been on time." So, Ray persisted, and we really took this on, and we found a way to get this project done as a bicycle pedestrian bridge that didn't have to go through Southwest Pennsylvania Commission, and was really the path forward to get this connection going. And what a great team of folks to work with. Ray and Ralph, Friends of Riverview Park over here. We meet the fourth Mondays of every month, usually at the observatory or the pavilion down on Grand Avenue at Valley Refuge. The Friends have been really instrumental in advocating for Riverview Park and getting improvements. So thanks to the Friends. We kind of have the A team of elected officials, our state senator and state representative who advocated to get significant funding for this bridge. This does not happen if they don't do their thing to help. Councilman Wilson has been an advocate with us for funding and help secure the funding that was necessary for it. And Mayor Gainey, that was a fear with new administrations, because it started under the previous administration, Mayor Peduto, that things change and priorities changed. You wanted this bridge, you stuck with it, and actually, you're the only mayor that's ever shown up and walked around Riverview Park with us to see all the other things that needed to get fixed. So we do appreciate that. And I don't know, when you're going out, look around. Some of the landslides that were long-standing, we've got a bunch of those things fixed, but we have a long list. And want to warn you all, we've got other projects coming. And then the residents of the north side, and in particular Observatory Hill and Brighton Heights, when we asked for folks to support, you guys stepped up, and I think you've heard that today, because this is a great project. It is a way to connect quality of life parks to neighborhoods and make these neighborhoods a lot nicer places to live. But I want to thank everybody for everything that you've done. One other person I forgot who's not able to be here tonight, Aaron Tobin with the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy. I thought I saw Ross Chapman. Ross, are you here from PPC? Okay. Well, we also want to really thank Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy, because Aaron and Janeni and other staff at the Parks Conservancy help keep us organized as all volunteers to be able to advocate for things like this, to be able to hold events in the park and to be able to draw more people in. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Madison. Now, we are in Brighton Heights, which is District 1, and representing District 1 is City Councilman Bobby Wilson.
Thank you, and Mark, thank you for those great comments, and everyone, all the other advocates, Joe Glassbrenner, Chris, appreciate everything you've done as advocates. So I'm happy to speak after people who champion it, because this bridge is for you, North Side, Pittsburgh, Brighton Heights, Observatory Hill, everyone. Everyone, give yourselves a round of hand. So this symbol of connection, this bridge, I get a little confused whenever we either have a ribbon cutting here or a groundbreaking, and I usually end up over there. Today worked out because the bridge is built. So I was able just to walk over. But previously we had the groundbreaking here, and I got a little turned around, so I had to drive and remind myself why we're building the bridge. Not for the car, though. Which brings me to a story that I love to tell, which is when I was running for council in 2019, I was invited to a picnic on Harbison, and that I don't know if anyone here remembers that. Maybe someone from Harbison. Anyone from Harbison? No one. All right, great. I'm able to say whatever I want then. Now, it was a Memorial Day picnic, and it was really just another reminder of how much that constituent, resident, that people that contact with a person in a community on what they really desire and what they're willing to basically accept sometimes, because we don't have endless funds at the city. So at that meeting, they said, I said, what do you think about Davis Avenue Bridge? They're all like, yeah, we definitely want it. All right, well, how about a pedestrian biking one? They're like, yeah, we just want the bridge. We just want to be able to walk across. We want to be able to bike across. We want that connection back. We don't need cars that are speeding through our neighborhood, taking this as a shortcut, going through the neighborhood or vice versa. And then, at the time, Mayor Peduto showed up to the picnic. And like a young, early politician, I was like, guess what? They're okay with just the biking and walking bridge. Because for a long time, to have it be a vehicular bridge, that was a sticking point, And so he quickly said, good, because I don't think we can afford a vehicular one. And seeing the budget, how it expanded, this is $6.47 million, I understand. It took continual investment each step of the way, and everyone was there. Senator Wayne Fontana, appreciate everything you did. Representative Emily Kincaid. I mean, what the state has contributed to the city of Pittsburgh and continues to do is just so incredible. I mean, we couldn't do it without partners like you. And then the fortunate situation of co-relief, funding came in, and there was a glimpse of hope that we could get this project done faster than normal. And it kept coming up again and again. And Mark and I don't want to mention you too much here, Mark, but because I know you're always on the emails, which is so needed. But all the residents continually ask, just like yourself, Mark, if the project is fully funded, every step of the way. Is this project fully funded? And I remember showing up to a meeting, I think it was literally the last public engagement meeting we had for this bridge, which, by the way, it's already deteriorating. No, I'm kidding. Zach, you should have went over the skin. You should have went over the skin, how this is, what's that?
Sorry. It's weathering steel.
It's weathering steel. So it's actually a good protective layer.
Yeah.
I told people I have terrible jokes. But, it's important to know that at that meeting, it came up again. Is this bridge fully funded? And I think, Zach, you might have been at a call where you go, we got some costs that went up for construction. Total silence. Everyone just, it was, the worst thing in the world. And I'm happy that was on the call because I said, this project is too big to fail. This bridge is too big to fail, and we're going to get this done. And I thank Mayor Gainey for stepping in and making sure that we continually fund this project every step of the way whenever situations like that arise, came before us. And the level that DOMI has been supported in your administration, I know it's great to see that level of support so that, Zach and Director Kim Lucas, where's Director? Kim, thank you for all your work here in the city of Pittsburgh and everything that you've done to make sure this is a living reality. But, this project took multiple administrations. I want to thank former Mayor Bill Peduto, former Chief of Staff Dan Gilman, current Mayor Gainey for all the support, continued support, making sure this happened. There are a few stats that I wanted to talk about real quick. I don't want to nerd out too much, but I do want to. Yeah. I do want to make sure that we recognize that a recent study from the Trust for the Public Land ranked us 15th in the entire nation for park access and quality. Even more impressively, 94% of Pittsburgh residents live within 10-minute walk of a park, far above the national average of 76% for major cities, okay? And today, right now, or actually 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, Brighton Heights was added to that 94% because they were connected. Yeah. So, in a big project like this, you may always forget to thank someone, but I'm going to try my best not to. Brighton Heights community, Brighton Heights Citizens Federation, thank you. Friends of Riverview Park, thank you. Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy, thank you. We haven't even had people here like our controller, Rachel Heiser, that make things happen behind the scenes that we don't always get to celebrate. But thank you for making sure. Yeah. thank you for making sure this is a priority. So, as we come to ribbon cutting, this is not a closing by any means, but as I just close my remarks, I just wanted to make sure that we recognize the importance of this. I was gonna say, you know, I haven't walked across the bridge yet. Please join me in my first walk across the bridge. So if you all could join me in my second walk across the bridge, that would be fantastic. I want to, and I don't thank my staff enough. I know Morgan, my staff, and Morgan Martin, and also Julianne Gilliard is back there. If you could raise your hands. Oh, Jordan. I have incredible staff, and thank you throughout this project. My Chief of Staff, Julianne Poliska, who couldn't be here today. You know, it's everyone behind the scenes to make this work. Proud to stand here with you. Proud to walk across this bridge for a second time. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Wilson. Now it is my honor to introduce a mayor who understands the importance of public spaces, equity in infrastructure, and how reconnecting this bridge reconnects the neighborhood to provide access to parks and opportunity. The Honorable Mayor Ed Gainey.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to thank the department. I want to thank Domi. Everybody from Domi. Can you join me up front? Yeah. Hold on. Where your mom and dad at? Where your mom and dad at? Where your mom and dad? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Mom and dad, where y'all at? Hey, listen. Thank you. Thank you. Where the wife at? I'm sorry. I know how that go. I don't want to be on the couch. Where the wife at? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I also would like for Lisa to join us up front. Okay. The reason why I asked them to come up front is because a lot of times the people that put in the real work, that lead, organize, and build, they don't get their just due. You just see the elected official come up here, but it's not about the elected officials taking all the credit. It's about the ones that actually did the work to make it happen. And so I'd like for you to give them a round of applause for the work that they put in. To Senator Wayne Fontana, State Representative Kincaid, you guys was beating my back about this bridge. In every conversation I had, particularly with Rep, this bridge always came up. When, how, and how late we gonna get it done. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. To Mark and his crew, oh my gosh. Listen, to all the friends that advocate for this park, for Brighton Heights, and I'm gonna say the entire North Side, I wanna say thank you. Mark and them don't play around. Y'all know that, right? Like, yeah. You know, not only they want you to come out here, they want progress reports. This is the first advocate communication on a park that required progress reports. I think that is special. I think that speaks to the love that they have for the neighborhood. And I just want to say thank you for pouring love in the Riverview Park. It's incredible. It's incredible. And people talk about this bridge being a pedestrian and a bike bridge. Let me tell you what I just seen today as I was standing over there. And we were talking and someone said, you know, it's wild to see, as we have at this press conference, bikes riding back and forth and walking back and forth. And I thought to myself that this bridge is not just a bridge for people to walk over or for people to ride their bikes over. It's more than that. It's a bridge of connection of people. It's a bridge of a connection where people can feel one another and be with one another. It's really a bridge of love. because of the work that we had to put into this bridge right here, to see the people walking and riding back and forth, speaking, saying hello. That's who this city is. That's what makes this city safe. That's what makes this city welcoming. And that's what helps this city to thrive. It's not the bridge, but the people. Everything I just mentioned today had nothing to do with the construction of the bridge, except for the people who did it. Everything I talked about today was the people. Because the greatest asset that we have in this city is you. Without the advocacy of the North Side and Brighton Heights, this don't get done. It's because of you. You made this bridge happen. And don't let nobody tell you that it wasn't the elected officials. It was you. Because you kept it front and center. So as we go forward, y'all got y'all's bridge. Now here's what I'm expecting. After we cut this, I want us to walk across this bridge. And if you don't know somebody, meet somebody. I want y'all to walk head up, chest out, and be proud of what you did. Because even though this is called the Davis Avenue Bridge, you should nickname it the People's Bridge. Thank you.